after finally being arrested, the DA knows Diddy has dirt on all those around him in the music industry.
Now, Combs did not do this all on his own.
Now, within 24 hours of Diddy being arrested, some of the top CEOs of companies all over the world started to step down one by one.
Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
The DA is hungry and he wants to make an example out of celebrities. So here are the top 10 people that Diddy's associated with and they've been at the parties and who the DA might want to take down.
I could say something about a Diddy party right now, but I don't know the rules of the game if I'm allowed to say it.
Say it.
But he was at a Diddy party and they invited him to Diddy's room. He walks in, Trey Songz was sitting on Diddy's lap making out with him, and they asked him if he wanted to join.
What the f?
No, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
They're all undercover. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Trey Songz has been to plenty of Diddy parties, and very similar to Diddy, he has a weird freaky fetish, and he's known to women.
Did you and Trey Songz ever get cool again?
Man, you know, I've not talked to that guy.
Like, because you accused him of sexual intimidation.
I tell my truth, and you know, I just thought it was real interesting that after all those things went down, someone else had something to say.
Friends with Trey Songz for years. He put his hands on me, scared the out of me, and I never said anything. I never went to the police. I never answered the lawyers' calls when they was calling. The next day after it happened, he tried to text me and gaslight me. Oh, I don't know what you think happened, like you were drunk and...
No, this Trey Songz is a bitch. Fuck you, bitch. You a bitch.
Fuck Trey Songz. I don't give a
Yeah!
He wants me.
How did he surprise people? What?
Okay, I go to the bathroom, like in between rounds. He follows me in there. He's like, get in the bathtub. I'm like, okay. And I'm like laying down. He's standing over me. Like, and then he literally just peed on me like that. And I was like, what the f on my eyelashes? And he's like, you're fine.
How many rounds has Trey Songz got?
5 million. He did the same thing to her. Like, he just does the same. He's like weird.
Could it be true that Trey Songz is hooking up with other men and celebrities like Diddy? But we do know another person who hangs out with Diddy just as much as Trey Songz did, and that's Kevin Hart. We know Diddy tests everybody by bringing them to Diddy parties and seeing how far they'll let him go. Kevin Hart has been to plenty of them, hosted his parties, and been at all the top lunches where only the elite are invited. So we know that he's been around for plenty. I can't envision a scenario where Kevin Hart had no knowledge of what Diddy was doing behind closed doors, because Kevin Hart was caught doing these same exact things as Diddy when he got recorded having sex with a stripper in Vegas, and after he took Molly, which Diddy hands out at his parties as well. Now, Kevin tried to cover this up by saying his best friend was trying to extort him and that's who recorded the video. But after they arrested him, the charges got dropped because they found no proof that this man had anything to do with that. That friend is actually suing Kevin Hart for $12 million for lying on his name about doing this, which he didn't. Either way, it's a good enough reason for the DA to want to take him down.
The machine you worked for, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. It is a time for Hollywood to hear this story. It's not going to be seen.
Scandal was with the first baby, the one in Vegas.
Yes.
So these other scandals.
It's another one in the office.
And he's still leaving things all over the counter at the Heartbeat studio.
Correct.
And showering and then going home. Like,
I told Aniko, like, Kevin is cheating on you with a girl named Mix Morgan.
Now, everything they said on this video was alleged, and Kevin Hart is currently suing Tasha K for this interview. Aside from that, though, when he was caught in Vegas cheating on his wife, apparently, according to the girls that were there recording the whole thing, in leaked emails, the girl said she recorded Kevin Hart calling Jay-Z right after sleeping with her friend. Which, not coincidentally, he's next on our list, as he's a big player and the DA would love to take him down with whatever Diddy can give him.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit.
Is it true that Jay-Z used to beat Beyonce?
If Beyonce getting high, that's her business. If she putting on a strap on and tearing Jay back out, that's not exposure to me.
Right, I go to Diddy parties. To walk mother out! Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one. He thinks he's God.
Now, Diddy could give a lot of information to the DA about Jay-Z. He's at the top of the list because he's been to all the Diddy parties and he's committed a lot of stuff on his own that's very questionable. Not only has he participated in countless Diddy parties, but he's been Diddy's right-hand man in business for a long time. And Diddy doesn't do business with you unless he knows he could trust you. So only those elite ones in the circle knows what Diddy's really been up to. You can't tell me Jay-Z's been with Diddy for 20 years at a bunch of parties and he's never seen nothing suspicious. Now, he could be called on by the DA to testify, or he's already worked out a deal because he was seen with Diddy's right-hand assistant, Christina Koram, right here at a Lakers-Clippers game earlier this year. Now, why would he meet up Diddy's assistant? It could be that she delivered a message from Diddy stating clearly, don't say anything or I'll take you down with me. Because for being one of Diddy's close friends for 20 years, it's extremely odd that when he was arrested, you said nothing.
Jay-Z ain't answering the phone? He ain't answering the phone.
Now, everybody knows that Diddy orchestrated the hit on Tupac's life, but Jay-Z is alleged to take out some people too that stood in the way of his business, much like Diddy.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie. Bottom line, you don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period. I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls.
When you think about all of it is a trail. It's like it's all leading back to Jay-Z. It's all leading back to P. Diddy. P. Diddy sitting up here with everybody's secrets.
Another person that should be worried is Drake, who might not seem like he has a close relationship with Diddy because they've had trouble in the past, but they know a lot about each other. They've partied together, and just recently, Drake was in LA and he even took pictures with Diddy's daughters.
Round of applause for Drake, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. It's clear the work you put in, you're in my official top 5. You're in my official top 5.
Thank you. That means the world. You know, obviously, I mean, there's very, very few opinions that hold as much weight as yours. Obviously, like you want to talk about study, talking about the other day, you know, we've studied you since Howard days.
Drake's also connected to Cuba Gooding Jr., who we know him and Diddy love to go to the parties and hook up with guys, as Diddy tried to pass off Little Rod, the producer, to Cuba Gooding Jr., which he did not like.
What do you think's going on with all the stuff with Diddy, with Little Rod, with...
That's the craziest thing I'd ever... And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn on the Today Show, and Hector, Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this. The raid and all of that stuff, only time will tell. Who was involved, who had been a frequent guest in these places and areas. So I'll tell you a little story about who my girlfriend is. She gave Robert De Niro 3 grandkids. Her name is Claudine De Niro. She married his son, Raphael. They separated and we've been together for a while. She at one point ran P. Diddy's publicity, right when he started doing the white party thing. Mm-hmm. He had just gotten freed from indictment, found not guilty. And he said to her, I'm a die running with these niggas, man. I need you to help me with the white folks and the switch. And so she helped cultivate his new image. So they had a friendship for years.
Drake is also using Cuba Gooding Jr.'s girlfriend for help with real estate.
I had never met him till probably 2019-20.
Now, Cuba definitely lies here because it's not the first time we met him. There's pictures of him and Diddy all the way back to 2003.
And hadn't seen him since that night where this guy with this picture that says that I had my shoulder on him and all this stuff, making it look sordid. Everyone in the room, there's probably 300 of us on the deck on P. Diddy's boat, New Year's Eve. I went from one ship, Happy New Year. Next ship, there's Drake. This ship had P. Diddy.
Now, if Diddy could give the DA Drake, that'd be a huge person to take down, because think about it, his #1 charge is trafficking. And in a weird connection, Lady SB, who knows Drake and speaks highly of him, was caught for human trafficking because she's known to be a pimp in Toronto.
He's a very respectful person. He doesn't say anything out of pocket to me ever.
Because he knows you're going to expose him.
I'm not like that. Yeah.
Do you think that he's going to take you off the roster now that you had this viral clip?
No, why would he do that?
Oh. So you are on the roster?
No, I'm not on the roster. But like, if I was on the roster, he wouldn't do it. Like, come on.
You signed the NDA?
No.
That's how you know, yeah, you ain't one of them then.
No, I'm not
for
one
him,
of them.
You know what I'm saying?
No, not like in what you mean, but I'm definitely not one of them.
Drake is no stranger to flying women out to Toronto. We don't know where that leads and what Diddy knows. Drake was also on a boat with Tobey Maguire and one of Diddy's close personal friends who's been to plenty of Diddy parties, Leonardo DiCaprio. The DA would love it if Diddy snitched on him. We don't know any specific details about Diddy and Leo's friendship, but Diddy speaks very highly of him.
And the white party's coming back this year, by the way, for charity.
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Another person that hung out with Leo and Diddy was Ashton Kutcher. Now, he has been to a lot of Diddy parties and he has stories he couldn't tell about what they've done together.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
You know, I called them up and then we got together.
Yeah.
And we became the Rat Pack, the new Rat Pack.
Yeah.
And
Another person who's possibly on the tapes is Kris Jenner, mother of Kim Kardashian. Her and Kim have been to plenty of Diddy parties over the years. It's been alleged that she's on some of these tapes and she brought Kim Kardashian to serve as a business bargaining chip. If Diddy has any info of Kris trafficking her daughters, that's something the DA would definitely want to use to take them down. Not to mention, her current boyfriend, Corey Gamble, used to be associated with Diddy, and he was the one who managed Justin Bieber's tour. We know there's allegations of Diddy Justin in a lot of ways, and even on the late Kim Porter's book that was just released, she mentioned that Diddy was possibly sleeping with Justin. Not to mention, the day Kim Porter passed, the one person who was on the property, Corey Gamble.
Man, this is an unbelievable thing, man. Like everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
yeah, that's what's up.
Now, we don't know what Braun means by that, so we can't really dig too deep, but what does Diddy know that he could provide the DA? Because he has to land them a big fish if he's gonna get out from underneath all this without having to do any hard time. Now, Braun's record is clean, and he has deals with some of the top companies in the world, so taking him down would not be easy. And I'm a LeBron James fan, so hopefully Diddy doesn't have anything on him that can come out to light that could ruin it.
Braun, me, after, when this is done, we gonna drink a couple of bottles of the most premium wine. You know what I'm saying? Together and talk the most shit.
Please.
We got shit to talk. You dig?
Yes, sir.
John Legend and Chrissy Teigen are on the list because they've been to Diddy parties and they've been close to him. And Chrissy Teigen has a weird Twitter past of a bunch of posts that are featuring kids and weird inappropriate jokes that lead to weirdness. And you can look all that up if you want to go down that hole. It's creepy. Click here if you want to hear what Mace has to say about his relationship with Diddy. And remember, everything in this video is just alleged and for entertainment purposes.